The bigger the headache, the bigger the pill. We love you, Dr. Funkenstein. Your funk is the best. Take my funk and give it a try to funk with the rest. Hit me in my protons, baby. Hit me if I'm long or near. We love you, Funkenstein. I'm a soldier in the army of Uncle Jim. That's some of that old funk, baby. That's some of that old funk. Tom Brown, Jamaica funk. That's what it is. Coming to get to you. Oh, shit, that's the shit. All right, y'all know how I start. Get these high vibes, baby. Get these high vibes. Whenever they come to you, this is a peace of mind. This is relaxation tones. You know, Sly Stone said, "Can I take you higher? Can we take you higher?" And everybody in the crowd says, "Higher. Can we take you higher? Higher. Can we take you?" And then they would point up. You know, that pointing up though is, you don't want to point up because that's like the pointing up and the pointing down. As above, so below as above. Like we don't like what's happening on the ground. If there was guys, they wouldn't be interested. You know, that's a true superstar. A true superstar is a motherfucker that the shit going on. The gods would notice this motherfucker doing some shit. Like, well, goddamn, we better pay attention to him. Wow. Thank you. Motherfuckers is funny about like just tip me over, motherfucker. They don't like dust in them and shit. Oh, that was some nice shit there. Oh shit, I quit fucking with it and the motherfucking sound came here and it traveled around the wall and came back. Oh, that shit was deep. Thank you. Thank you. May the power of blue argonite propel you. May the power of blue argonite propel you. May the power of blue argonite propel you. And you know what we give out? We give out that virgin energy, baby. We want you to break through ignorance. We want you to have the thunderbolt. Because you are the thunderbolt. You put that energy together. That's all the wand is. The wand is the same thing as the thunderbolt. turn this into the Thunderbolt. But that's what this represents. Like, it don't need a power source. It is the power source. We give you that diamond stuff, baby. People forget what diamonds facet. All kind of diamonds can facet different ways, baby. They all facet in different ways, but they amplify. And we give you the full Virgin energy, the full Virgin fractal. And then I turn that fractal into sound. But I want you to, you think you can go through this? You can use that? You think you can use this because this is what I'm sending you to. I'm sending it to you in sound. All right? Oh, I love this bowl. It's one of my favorite things. Woo! I am very high, but I can still explain everything. Oh, shit. Put some light on the subject so you can see who the fuck I am. I don't hide from nobody. I'm not hard to find. But guten morning. Welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. And I am your super funky host, Big Pontiac. I am also the holder of the sacred infinite ball game created by the Hero Twins. And as you know, if you've watched for a while, I am the one and only Galactic Daddy-O, sitting and welcoming all the chocolate mountaineers on my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. And online and on time, we have a very fine Red Axe Irish Ale from Moose Lake, which is in kind of eastern north of me. Minnesota beer. So pop them if you got them. And right now, as I said, this is one of my jobs. I'm a beer tester. But right now, you don't want me to pour this beer because you're going to feel bad that you're not me. And should I do that to you guys? Should I pour this beer and knowing that you're going to feel bad? Because this is a true red. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at the color of this. This is a beautiful red ale, not a Pilsner. And just look at that color. You know how motherfuckers be talking about, high, man, this ain't high price, but wine and shit. This is 6% alcohol, so I done drunk 2, so I'm pretty fucking buzzed. But look at that red. That is a beautiful red ale. Really good beer. And I'm standing on the verge of getting it on. Now let me show you this, okay? So my understanding, the THC level in getting these is 0.2, 0.3. Now Delta 8 is a different thing, and this is pretty potent. The new law is going to be, I think it's 5%, so it's going to go a crazy amount of potency is going up and going to be legal. So I am on the herb vegan gummies. So smoke them if you want them. I got a lot on deck tonight. I'm gonna start with this. Oh, sorry, I'm wiping shit out, like breaking all the energy. Like, why? Okay. Oh, I saw my man PJ Allen. What's happening? My man, Dr. Sinister. What's going on? So as people come and see, or they don't. They'll see whatever they see. Let's see. First thing, okay. So it's funny, I said before, me and Chick stopped talking because I was throwing spiritual. I told a story about throwing spiritual arrows at someone, and I don't know that scene like has come up lately. And let me tell you really how. And I've said this before, and I talked about it the other night, but I'm gonna bring it up again, and maybe I can make you see it. And it's like really, we going back and forth on YouTube, and you know how you send these messages, and even if the people that talk in the chat, you know how it's a delay, and it's like during the delay, it's like this chick is talking, and I don't know. I was reading that Czar shit, and I Czar to her motherfucking house, and it's like wow. And as I said, I told you the other night I'm describing the shit to her after I'm back typing, and I just like quit typing, and I was just like throwing little arrows in her back, and it's just like almost scratches where she was moving and shit. But she deserved it. She deserved that shit. You think that you can be, you think you can just type and just say anything and not especially something borderline almost spiritual, but yeah. And let me say this, god damn. You motherfucking witches, what the fuck? Why are you bothering me? It's two witches, and it can only be you two witches. Quit this stupid, silly shit. Come here and meet me. Or just leave me the fuck alone and just watch. Quit doing this stupid ass witch shit. God damn. Love of Above and fucking Dana Delaney. Quit that stupid shit. If you want my attention, get my real attention. Quit doing this. God damn. This shit is ridiculous. Both you chicks is rich, and you doing this shit that makes no sense to keep my goddamn attention. I don't get that. What do you guys get out of fucking with me? And it ain't really fucking with me. It's like nuisance. It's like you motherfuckers want me to like think about you every once in a while. God damn. Quit that shit. Motherfucker. You bitches is tripping. You bitches is tripping. Now, I'm not talking about all women, but you two bitches is tripping. Quit fucking tripping. God damn. Conspiracy, what's happening? Doing this shit, it went from, it showed me from 8 people to 1. Man, fuck them. Bitches fucking with me, doing stupid shit. Stupid witch shit. Man, that shit gets old. I got a witch fucking with me. No, making videos. Oh, she making videos. These bitches don't make videos, but they fuck with me. And it's like, I'm thinking about this shit, and it's like, fuck. Stop. 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 This shit is foul. After a while, okay. Okay, Dana Delaney, don't make me goddamn take my picture off my wall and burn this shit. I like your smile, but it's one of you two bitches, so stop. Damn, irritating me, really irritating me. Like irritating shit. Stop. Man, I mean, these bitches is rich and fucking with me, like really rich and don't need me for nothing, but they want my goddamn attention, and the shit is fucking irritating. So I'm speaking of that shit. Golly, man, leave me the fuck alone. You rich bitches, leave me alone. Really, leave me alone. You want to come fuck with me, come fuck with me. I'm easy to find. If you bitches think you do good, then you got to do this weird, stupid shit to get my attention. That shit is stupid as hell. Stop. It's irritating. You irritating me for no reason. For no goddamn reason. Just other than fucking attention shit. I know attention doing shit. Like children do shit for attention. Okay. If you bitches can't keep a fire, keep the candle going, quit fucking with me. I know both of you bitches can do that shit. I already know you can. But come on, give me a break. All right? You bitches ain't been fucking with me. Why are you fucking with me now? I'm gonna brag. Let's brag. I'm gonna brag a little bit. PJ's with me, so he appreciates this shit. So you know me. I love sneakers. Can you read that shit? Nothing really special. Dime threes. I don't think there's nothing else. And Yeah. This is the flavor. Thought they were really nice. I think these are the nicest one they came out with. I like everything about it. This reminds me kind of the guy that does Converse. It's kind of that art kind of style. The guy that does the Converse style, but it says show your creativity. But I really think sometimes it's a uniqueness, and then there's a little pink. I mean, these are like pink hues. I don't know if that shit's showing up and shit, but like pink hues in it, really cool. I mean, sometimes I see shit and come across it. Up here, I've come across some shit. I've come across champion shit. I've only seen this like I've seen pieces and I ain't body shit I ain't never seen again. I got sweats I ain't never seen anybody wear. Sometime up here, because we are one of the clothing capitals. As I said before, there if you are at some of these places when they bringing shit in, the shit ain't they really there. So, as I said before, people school shopping for children, you better do that shit now. I'm telling you, if you think you're gonna wait till August, you better stop now. Couple other things. I got the Tracy McGrady Raptors and the black NBA pants to match. Two tough niggas. This shit, where's this shit at? There's a couple of them on here. But yeah, I love NBA shorts. This is some of the quality shorts to wear. I don't think people get. But NBA shorts, quality. Now, I'm a lying motherfucker. When I'm lying, I did not mean to lie, but I lied. And I'm sorry I lied, but I did lie to y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all why I lied. Now this goddamn bag right here is why I lied. This is Nick Taylor's bag, and I said online that I had the shit I got Nick, and I'm a lying motherfucker. I did not have it. So I go out to the outlet today, and I walk in, and everybody at the outlet calls me Mr. Brian. So they see me, and I walk in, and they're like, Mr. Brian, you left your bag. I'm like, what are you talking about? What bag? And they're like, here, this is your bag. Your receipt and everything's still in it. So I look in the bag, I'm like, God damn. This is the shit I got Nick. It's been at the store like 2 weeks and they've held it for me. So I got it. I ain't gonna show it. I got it though, and this you'll like this. This is sweet. So wanted to get that out the way. Got some other shit. Thanks for everything. Oh, Nomad, Shad, thank you for the kind words. I do have some shit to kind of Now, Carrie had asked, was I going to do a breakdown of this book? This is Black Detroit by Herb Boyd. Now, if you look at my community page, Herb Boyd does an interview kind of about the book. I'll probably find some things in the book that I can add, but I know Carrie had asked, so if Carrie or anybody, Carrie asked, Herb Boyd, look on my community page, you can find from the Film Archives where he talks about it, but I'll do a breakdown too. Okay, let me get into it. I'm gonna get into it tonight. Again, this ain't aimed at any individual. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought about getting the jersey. Okay, let me tell you what. Okay, remember I told you they got Zion in black and white for $70 in black and white. I noticed that. Oh, motherfucking Baker Mayfield Cleveland jersey 35, but it wasn't extra large. Fit me though. I told you PJ. I told you Durant. I didn't price it the other day. It was 77. Most of them jerseys is 100 to 125. I just don't really like jerseys. I just don't. You don't wear them often. I really don't like wearing them over hoodies. I don't mind, but I'm just saying, I just don't wear the motherfuckers. So I like the t-shirt a little better than the jersey. Online, I got the red one. It was $30. This was 19, $20. So, and the shorts was 45. Them $85 shorts all day. The purple ones, because I wanted the purple ones. The purple ones was 85 still. I'm like, fuck that. It's got 25% off on the sign, but it's like, no. So you know, just sharing. But yeah. So what I'm gonna get into is really to try to get y'all to understand where they lied about history and understand, you know, where the attacks come from and what the enemy is. But thank you, PJ. Thank you. You know me, I'm like this. I go to work. Let me tell you, I mentioned this the other night, and I crack up because when I walk into work, I walk by all these women that sit. You know, they're at their computers and shit. And it's funny how I'll catch their heads when I walk in. Like a group of them, but they all see what the fuck I wear. Cause I dress nice all the motherfucking time. You know, you never see me slack wearing goofy shit. Like my son was wearing some. I think he might have worn we hooped some goddamn what the fuck blue revolutionary blue. You know, like the like 4th of July blue shorts. I'm like, that was probably mine 2 years ago. I'm like, nigga, don't go nowhere wearing that shit. That shit's ugly. But anyway, I'm getting off the point. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay on point. You know, the circles, how you be doing the circle and shit. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start here. Okay. Okay. See, that's the type of shit the witches do. Stupid shit. Knock my crystal down. No, I knocked it down. All right. I'm gonna take you kind of on what you have to understand. I'm gonna take you on understanding, the understanding of kind of what happened. Now, to really understand what you're facing with in America, you've got to understand this book here. She breaks it down beautifully. She does a YouTube talk on American Archive or Film Archives. You got to listen to her. You got to understand this book. The name Cracker, Redneck, Peckerwood. I mean, this was the lowest of low class in America at certain points. They called them lumbers. There's several names they called them. I mean, it's Cracker, the name Cracker, the name Redneck. I mean, this is how they looked at these people. Yeah, right here. This is what they call each other. An encounter between a corn cracker and an elk skin from Davy Crockett's Almanac of 1837. The backwoods squatter defends his gal from the slippery, seductive words of a trader from the town. A corn cracker and an eel skin. I'll show you the illustration from 1837. It's the corn cracker with the rifle. The eel skin is the townsperson trying to fuck with his hoe. Okay. That would have been dangerous. Almost dropped the beer. Thank you. Thank you, Energies. You don't want to waste good beer. Old Slug. The harmless poor person. The harmless poor person. The clown. Harmless poor person. He's poor. He's harmless. And it says, Old Slug is a comic character whose poverty is rendered harmless. He represented a softer image of actual squatters known for brawling, drinking, and swearing at political events in the back country. The Blue Bloods did not want anything to do with these people. They tried their hardest not to breed with these people. The depiction of a hillbilly. Interbreeding and all that shit. still, if you look at the Europeans' depiction of people, what is the sneaking liquor used to be called? You know, during Prohibition. Now, they did use white as a border class, but this is truly how they felt about it. However, they protected them in history by teaching you words like indentured servant. Indentured servant. They softened the word. Now, let me tell you about this book. I have a cousin. This nigga, again, people 63, 64, 65 are so Pan-African, so brainwashed. They just don't get it. He is defending why this ain't true. He is going on and saying, well, his references, where this book tells you about the slavery coming out of Ireland and the snatching. I've got other books too. The snatching of motherfuckers off the coast of England. Certain towns, they was letting children just disappear. Sometimes the parents would go to court and they would bring the child back from America because they knew certain motherfuckers took the children. This became a business for almost 200 years. Snatching poor. Again, going to court. You're a debtor. You can pay off your debt by going to America and being a slave. And they see their slavery. They were slaves in large numbers in the South. Poor white trash. This is the point I'm making. When you look at Gone with the Wind, the only people that the slaves look down on is crackers, poor white trash. The slaves look down on them. Do you understand? During the Southern times, the poor Europeans was the lowest of the motherfucking low. They were lower than slaves. So that tells you slavery is a lie. You get into this book again. What do I do with it? Okay. You look into white trash. You bitches. Oh, goddamn. Okay, here we go. Cloaking and shit. But yeah, this book tells you, like, okay, this is one thing they transferred. I'll tell you one thing they transferred. Like when they came up with the porch monkey and us being lazy, again, that came after slavery. We were never considered lazy. We were never considered lazy. Melanated people were never considered lazy during slavery. These people were. These people were. They were considered lazy. They had to go squat on land in more Indian lands because there was no place for them in normal society. You even go into the shit, the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, when you're talking about people that ate clay, and you get a hook disease, hookworm. You get hookworm from eating clay. And you can see the deformities these people had from eating this shit. They were so poor. All they could eat is the clay. And those of you that live down south, like once you get in Georgia, you get that like clay dirt. It's like the dirt in North Carolina is almost gold dust. You can go to parts of North Carolina, especially around Greensboro, High Point. The dirt is gold dust. It's interesting. I don't know if anybody captures it, but it was always gold dust everywhere. But the lowest of the low people, okay? And they transferred all that shit to melanated people. Lazy, shiftless. This is the same thing they say about them here for years. And they just transferred it. And so to understand them, okay. Now, thank you, Super Sly. But I found it. White slavery, a very new emancipation cause presented to the people of the United States. And it goes very well with this book. And it tells you. See, this is how they want to explain. This is how they want to explain light-skinned, melanated people, trying to say you mix with the master and all that stupid shit. That's what they want you to explain. That's their explanation to saying why people looked a certain way. But as Sly eloquently broke down, they was just Europeans, especially children. Especially children. Children were still getting sold. We know that the Europeans is the boat people. And again, Europeans wasn't taking 1 or 2 children. They would try to take 100 children or more at a time. Easier to control, less space, less food, less weight, less waste. And you had these children and young girls by the thousands in the South. Now, one thing we see with a lot of the Europeans too is the lack of skills, the lack of trades. They seem to have been let out of that. Now, again, they didn't have any experience growing here. They didn't really know our wood. They did bring the European animals over, but our land, they didn't know the land, the rotation of it, they really didn't. So you understand the kind of jobs they had to do. And as I said, that it was almost 99% skilled labor in the South before the Civil War, before the Civil War, when so-called slavery and so-called Uncle Tom's Cabin, boogie woogie, beating you and shit. But all of us is the skilled labor. Now you make that make sense. Does that sound logical? As I said before, to take a child from the family is going to make a person go crazy. Well, that's just an isolated incident. No, it's not. It would be across the board. If you had a history of taking children from parents, you would not have functional parents, especially women. And they don't like the stories where you tell them where people could go from farm to farm. Oh, fuck you. I don't like working for you no more. I'm going to work over here. Our contract is over. Y'all don't believe that. Oh, you had to have a little coin to go. No. If you could go back in time, you would be in that shit and be marveled at what it really was like. You would really marvel at it. As I was saying, sharecropping has always been. It's cooperative. And it was big in the South. And they admit that motherfuckers, the melanated people had rows and rows of land was growing that stuff. And building shit. So that blows that out the water. I want to put that out there. That's kind of my passion. What'd you say? I got the T-Mac purple. Okay. They had it. Yeah, they had it. Matter of fact, damn, they got a new Vince Carter. Yeah, that new Vince Carter I almost bought that motherfucker. It had a little gold in it. The Vince Carter from the Raptors. Yeah, I need to get a Raptor hat. Very nice. Shirlita, hello, dear. How you doing? Yeah, that's nice. The T-Mac purple and gold. Yeah, I saw one of those. They had that, but they had the Vince Carter. Some new Vince Carter shit came out. I just don't trust jerseys. I don't. You don't wear them. I just don't wear them here. Just don't wear them. So I don't know. So it's fun. I got to go pick up another hat. Because it was like, I was like, damn. Because I found she held the Kangol. It's a black Kangol like I got. But you know, I have like 3 or 4 black hats. And I'm like, bucket hats at that. But a Kangol's expensive. And I can get this a good deal. She's like, okay, if you don't want it today, I'll put it back. When you come back, because she's like, come back and talk to me. So that's cool. So yeah, I'll go get that Kangol. Yeah. But it's a lovely day here. Let me see. Gold still 1,700, so gold is still excellent trading. Bitcoin still around 19, 20 grand. Ethereum around 1,000. Gas, I think, traded in 103 to 106, I think, today. Silver's down to 19 per ounce. So that's where that's trading. I'd stay away from Twitter. I'd stay away from Tesla. Tesla rebounded today, but Tesla fell quite a bit Friday. So I would stay away from, but I would definitely stay away from whatever that shit is, Twitter. Yeah, stay away from that shit. Oh well, thank you. I got the white. Did you see the white with the gold trim? What they had in the store today was the Vince Carter. It was the Vince Carter. Thank you. It was the Vince Carter Raptors in white, but it had the gold accent like here. Did you see that one? You got that one? Because that's the one they had in the window. It was Vince, or when you first came in, it was a Vince Carter, but it had the gold gold kind of here in the numbers and the Raptors. It was kind of nice. It caught my eye as soon as I walked in. I was like, I see why y'all got that shit there. PJ, the Cook changed his number back to 5 because his jerseys was probably about 30 something. But I don't really want number 33 for Vikings. Maybe that's one of my high school numbers. So, but those was cheap. But I might go out there and get the Baker Mayfield, but it was kind of small. They didn't have a double X. But the number 6, I've always liked single numbers. Single number jerseys always look sweet. Don't really matter the name. I just like football jerseys. And how some of the combinations look smooth. That's all. Get the shit looking crispy. That's all. Man, I'm going to brag about my pickleball dominance. Man, it's like, I really didn't want to peak in June. And, I still ain't got a racket because, again, getting other shit together, hitting other licks. So I ain't got a better racket, but I'm whooping ass with the racket I got. I played well. I went 6-0 yesterday. I probably had a heat stroke. For sure. But yeah, went through 6 games. One dude, I hit like a backhand, and it's like I'm facing him. I hit a backhand, but I hit the backhand to the corner. Like both the players were kind of slightly to my left, and I hit the backhand. The dude was like, damn, textbook, because it was a sweet backhand, just caught it, and this paddle control. So that's on point. I don't want to really peak until August. I really don't want to peak in August. That's kind of why I've been holding off. So doing the hitting with Tony, doing the hitting with my daughter, my forehand is a motherfucker. I'm good at splitting people right in the middle. Boom, boom. And it's like I serve and they hit it back to me. I hit it hard that is like another serve. That's like my second shot. If they hit that shit to me, they get that smoke. And if they can return it, I'm ready to return it. But a lot of times they can't. But a lot of times they was picking on my partners and shit, But I went 6-0. And it's a way you can put an app in and you get ranked. You get ranked in what level you are. But I still think I'm probably 2 level. I'm still probably a 2. Brother Sean, thank you for joining me. Yes, sir. The community, that's okay. So that's what that is. Okay, that gold. Okay, so you do have it. I'll call you. Yeah. Because they still only about 100, 120. But yeah, that gold, yeah. Hey, Brother Sean, how's the world and how's your part of the world going? Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you joined. Okay, what did you say about Cook? Okay, so Cook changed to 5. I still might get a 33. That was that Tony Dorsett shit was sweet that I wore. Oh yeah, Valerie, I put that work. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that too. Yeah, Valerie, I'm gonna talk about that too. Is a rock steady more than gold. Let me see. Palladium is rock steady more than gold. And for the stocks, General Mills, summertime for the last 5 years, the stock has risen, maybe because school's out. But nonetheless, it's a good, in my opinion. Okay, General Mills. Yeah, General Mills is here. I showed that video where General Mills put the money for the scholarship. They're pretty active around here. And the jobs is money. I guess I should have looked some of that shit up. They pay well. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Had another point to go after that, but fuck it, it'll come back. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Thank you for adding that. I'm sorry I don't have none of those jerseys. I've seen them though. Oh, okay. You don't have that one. Okay, I see. Okay. I'm wonderful, man. I really am. I'll tell the whole story and it's funny, but I hit my head and I don't know if y'all watch us play one-on-one. I was telling my son, and I'm backing into him. You look at one of them where I was clear him out. I caught his momentum, just pushed him out the way and backed up and missed though. But a lot of forearm in my backs and stuff, and that really took its toll on me. And I hit my head, and I had been putting off seeing the doctor, so they made an appointment for me. They wanted to see me Tuesday. Because what I was telling them, they was quite concerned because my doctor, normal appointment, I couldn't see her till September. But they called me, and I don't know, my phone turned off, so I missed the calls because what they wanted to do. Well, I'll tell you. So today I go in, and really, what they had set up yesterday was, and they was gonna do it today too. Was go. I was gonna go automatically from seeing my doctor going to get a CAT scan. That's what they was worried about. So she saw me, and she did all the neurological. She was messing with my face and stuff, and she said, "Well, I think you've been active and stuff. I think you're okay." And then she wants me taking goddamn steroids though. So, they gave me steroids pack. That shit get you higher than a motherfucker. If you want to know what crystal meth is, get that little pack of steroids they give you where you take one, you take five, that shit have you buzzing like a motherfucker. Steroids get you high, no doubt. But that's what they do. So I'm doing good. I was glad that, I really ain't having any real issues with my back. And as I said, I played. Now, the heat stroke was a motherfucker, but it's a thing where you hit the wall, but and when you can win, when you winning is different than when you losing. When you losing, you struggling, you'll fuck up just like, damn, I need to go sit down. But winning is like, yeah, I gotta fucking take it on the chin and fuck this heat stroke. Take that motherfucker. Pow. So good workout. But this is the funny part. So where I work, I'm in see, this is where you got to take what you do serious. Where I work, I got a contract with these motherfuckers. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's my contract. And so, as I said, they really wanted me to go see him yesterday. I wasn't able to. I went to see him. I had to go. Well, the day before. So we're going in Thursday morning. I'm talking about Tuesday. So I didn't get to go see him Tuesday. I had to go see my doctor Tuesday. I worked Tuesday. And so the doctor got me in. I go to work. I'll be at work at like 3:15. I went to the doctor's office and they was mad at me. They talking about I should come at 3:00. My appointment wasn't until 3:20. They got all my information. They're like, well, you're supposed to. We'll see if they'll see you. Bitch, they gonna see me. Get the fuck talking that stupid shit to me. And so, I didn't get to go to work. Yeah, I didn't get to go to work Tuesday, so I went to play pickleball. So it worked out. But I didn't get to go because I had to see my doctor, and it was well after where I wanted to go. So, oh my goodness! Playing one-on-one, he beat me up. He beat me up. I'm looking at his arm, his forearm is all in my back, but I'm backing into it too. I ain't no little dude, as you see. Even he's bigger than me, and me leaning on him, he's got a brace. I'm still strong enough, but, it's people out there want to challenge me. They think they can take me on. Now, he says, my son wants a rematch and we're going to Lifetime Fitness. He forgets. In the park with no net, I'm not shooting jumpers because that shit is too bouncy. In a gym where I can shoot threes, it's going to be easier. I'm going to beat him easier than taking him to the hole. But see, then I can do both. Take him to the hole and shoot jumpers. But I have a young man out there. He's in Kansas City playing AAU. It's called the Water Polo League. But he talked stuff about me. Sent me a little short video and said he's going to bake me. He is just a little taller than me. And by the time we match up, I'm going to put that work on him. How dare him send me videos talking about how he would beat me. He's 17 and he's actively playing AAU right now. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to send him to his mama crying. I'm going to break all his future dreams of hooping. So that's coming. And everybody else, the more I play, I can play. And don't get me up and down. I don't know if I can do that anymore, but they let old dudes at the old gym play against other old dudes. I'm at that point. So, and if I get to doing that, if I get to going up and down with old dudes, they in trouble when playing one-on-one. Trouble. If I get in basketball shape, come on. And you see, I can still kind of move. Well, yeah, I'm sore to the motherfucker. I ain't no lie. I'm sore to the motherfucker. My back and neck where these forearm in my back. I don't know if he tried to block my shot, just tackled me all in one. I would probably sit there for a little while. Well, I shot his ass though, knocking me down. What's wrong with you? But no, everything is good, man. I feel good. Everything is working. Fucking broke. Being broke is okay though. Things is working. Sign me up for one too. I got to put that work on you. Oh no, I would beat you. I would definitely beat you. You wouldn't put no work in on me. I'd be blocking your shot and shit. So come on now, quit capping, quit capping. You would get that work. You already know. And you see my ball handling skills. I ain't even in shape, and you see I can still dribble. I ain't even in shape, and I can still dribble. Seen you balling. Hey, Wapo, how you doing? Pack them up real tight. Tell them it ain't no rematches. Hey. Conspiracy, I might come down there just to beat you. I think it's a day trip to drive down. I might come down there just to beat you. So, don't say that and I pull up and I'll be all with the cameras pulling up. I would come down there. So uh you think the Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell? You're 6'3" and can still slam? Yeah, I'll still take you though. I don't care. 6'3" can still slam. I'll still take you. I'm quick. I can still dribble. I don't know. You can still slam. I still would take you though. I think so. I still think I could take you, but you can still slam. But being still slamming, if you ain't playing, can you shoot? That's the thing. Let me ask Wapo's question. That was who? Like if they give up, they who are they gonna give up? And how does he fit in? Donovan Mitchell, like University Conspiracy University say he's 6'3". Donovan Mitchell's shorter than that. He about 6'1", 6'2". They give him 6'3", but he ain't that tall. Donovan Mitchell little. He barely taller than Iverson was. So I'm gonna tell you, what was his name? Kemba Walker didn't work. Kemba Walker didn't work. You talking about a slightly bigger, more powerful Kemba Walker. They turned on the magnets for him too. A stronger Kemba Walker, but that's all he is. He ball dominant. So why would they want him? He ball dominant. I don't get that. I don't get. I understand getting rid of Jobert because Jobert's slow setting up for that type of player. With him being so ball dominant, he got to have dudes that's gonna move, and Jobert slows him down. I mean, his shot blocking ability, his high percentage shooting, don't match threes. And that's the math in it. In the real game, yes, but in the game of today, no. So I wouldn't say he would work. Right now, it looked like Kevin Durant staying. So, and the jersey's the indication that he's staying. You 6'3" and can still slam. Okay, but can you hoop, though? Can you hoop? Can you go out there and shoot? Because by the time I come down there, I'm going to probably be in shape. So you better be in shape. So put a video out of you hooping, and then we'll say. I done put me out there, and I wasn't even in shape. I was killing him with the left hand. I wasn't even beating him with my right hand. I was killing him with my left hand moves. So that just shows you, once I get in shape, come on, I can shoot. I can shoot. I can hit 7, 8 in a row threes. Yeah, I can shoot. Definitely shoot. So if I get in shape and I can shoot, y'all can't even, because you're going to have to guard me. If I didn't hit like 4 threes, that means you're going to have to guard me. And that means I can go inside. Fall aways, all that. So the skills can come. Workouts can come. I can work on basketball every day. They have picks to give on a couple of players. Kemba's knees was gone. I ain't saying Kemba's knee. I ain't gonna give it that. That ain't that. It ain't that different a player though. It ain't that different a player. It's my point. My point. A ball dominant guy. Kimbo Little and been beat up too. I haven't heard his knees was bad though. But little dudes struggle. First 2 shot players your backcourt. But yeah, the first bit 2 short players in your back. Yeah, exactly. So I can't see that. I can't see that. I can shoot. I shoot. Got no hops. So I ain't got no hops either. I can just separate. I can still separate. And that's all it is just separate. But in a gym, and really, I hurt myself because he wanted to play inside. We should have played inside. I hurt myself because it's funny. When I first went, I felt my hip was sore and out of place. Where you go? I'm 6'4" lefty from LA. Yeah. I had no problem playing with people in California. Come on. 6'4", yeah, I definitely beat you. You from California? I would put it on you. I would put it on you. You know how y'all play out there. Y'all play out there. When I went to California the first time in the 80s, I don't even know it. I can't explain the kind of basketball I saw. It was so foreign to the way I played. It was so foreign to the way I played. I got in so many arguments like you niggas don't. It was like don't touch your basketball. How you 6'8", and I pin your shit on the backboard, and you know the contact that come from that, how you calling foul? You 6'8", I'm 6'2" with shoes, but I'm pinning your shit, and then you gonna call a foul. They was the softest playing players I'd ever been with in my life. Ever been with. When I played up and down Venice Beach, up and down Riverside, trying to remember them places, soft hoopers. Soft hoopers. They played nothing like we played on the East Coast. I done played in DC. I done played at the Rutgers. I done played in Baltimore. Let me think where else on the coast. South Carolina. I done played in Florida, Tennessee, of course Chicago, of course Wisconsin. I mean, I done played ball everywhere against everybody. And them niggas in LA played the softest brand of basketball I ever played. You know me, I'm super Bogart when I'm young. I'm not hearing that shit you saw. No fouls, take everything back. Okay. Everything counts as one. You good with that? Yeah, I'm good with that. I just like going to the corners too. Take back to the corners. That if we play it indoors, take it back into the corners should count too. Take it back to the corners. You can take it to the corner, that's back. But yeah, no fouls. Yeah, I don't play fouls. No blood, no foul. Yeah, I don't play fouls. I told you when we did our league, like what they did is they killed our pro-am league. They killed that league. They killed the money for it. That's what really happened. Is the money dried up for the pro-am league, so they just had the league for the children. They just paid for the children to have the league, which is we was cool with that. And so we just made our own thing. We just made our own thing because we still had the court time, so we still found out, and we would get generally when we would play like most Saturdays, Sundays, a couple nights in a week, but we would generally get sometimes 20 people, you know, and we would all sub. Somebody want to get in, you know, you just come in. No fouls, no calls, no nothing, no out of bounds, no nothing. I mean, now if you know, motherfucker hit your head and bounce way out of bounds, of course. But close plays, no out of bounds. I mean, no nothing. We just play. You know, guys we got used to. We play like that indoors, outdoors. No nothing. We just play. No calls. No calls. Definitely no fouls. You know, definitely no fouls because that would slow the game up. So when I was real, that's how we played. East Coast don't have a shot clock. Cali got the most talent. No, them niggas, no. I'm gonna tell you what. Let me see. Cause it was a dude. Let me tell you the different in talent back. Man, what is his name? What is this nigga's name? This nigga came. Okay, I can remember the time period. His name was Jones. He played at Michigan under Embry when Embry was the coach. That cat from Detroit was the coach. Embry. He was only coach for a few years. They made that brother coach at Michigan after Tommy Amaker. He got Jones, and Jones, when Jones came as a junior, he was from California. This nigga was ranked number 10 in the country for juniors in California. Again, I play against everybody. He comes to the gym. He's one of them California dudes. No contact at all. I mean, it was a completely different game for him. I mean, even when he got to his high, but I just remember we always played organized, you know, just pickleball. Everybody had to come. If you want to get your skills sharpened against men, they had to come where we played. And he played with us in just the softest kind of game. Didn't want any contact. You know, some dudes got the natural want to bump you. Then, you know, he had none of that. No, he was one of them California hoopers. No contact hooper. Even if Craig Facts, he was showing some of his plays, and I'm looking at him. No contact hoopers. It ain't the same. You know, it's y'all don't like contact. When I play with my football player teammates, come on. Cali weather better than Plays Park, but East players got that Chicago. Oh, and I tell you, the Chicago Cats was always the dribblers, you know. Really like I call it the Kalamazoo game, but I see it a lot of as the Michigan game too, is beating people on the dribble. I mean, you saw that a lot. Like my generation, and I would even say like even Magic. See, what Magic did is instead of beating people on the dribble, Magic put in beating people on the dribble and then giving up the dish. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like Magic really put in, like if you run in motion and stuff, you know, you're moving, but Magic, because he beat his man, you keep moving in the offense, and that's gonna get you open. That's what Magic put into the game. And I don't think people clearly understand that part of it. The Magic put that in it. That before was just beat your man and make the basket. Magic put in beat your man and dish. So that means that, you know, you see him cooking, you keep flowing in the play, and you follow where you're supposed to fall on the play, and then you'll get the ball back. That was a beautiful way to play. That was a beautiful way to play. I want to see the matchup versus Conspiracy. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go down because his weather gonna be nice. Hey, Lorenzo, what's happening? I got two of them. One say he's 6'3" and can still slam, Lorenzo, and Conspiracy say he's 6'3". I think. Wow, who's okay? No Man said he's 6'4". So I might have to go coast to coast and embarrass people. You know, go coast to coast and put y'all on camera and on blast and embarrass y'all. You know, that might be. We might have to put that tour, the Big Pontiac Embarrassing People tour. And then afterwards, we go somewhere and, you know, we socialize and get blitzed, and then talk shit though. You know, we go somewhere and just talk shit and make everybody laugh, because talking shit is the best kind of laughing. That's why I be around niggas I don't know, and niggas just sitting there and ain't talking shit. I'm like, these some weirdo motherfuckers, you know? And I just naturally have to talk shit to people. You know, and that's just kind of how I am. I just naturally talk shit to people. That would be priceless. Break it on. Okay, okay. Yeah, I would have fun. I would have fun. I'm gonna have fun. It's just all fun. I'm just talking shit. You know, I love basketball, man. And, you know, I really look at like playing is, man, I just don't know. I can't fall down no more. Hit my head on the table was bad enough, but, you know, basketball falling down, yeah, sprained ankles. And I don't even know what that they call that high ankle sprain. I can't even imagine that pain. I mean, I see people have that, and I don't know what that feels like. So that's why I can't look at injuries. I'm such, you know, and that's, you know, I really didn't know I was an empath, but my whole life I could never look at players get hurt. I always had to look away because I could feel it. You know, I've had those experiences in the way they getting hurt that I could feel it when I would see them get hurt. So I'd always have to turn away. But it showed me I was the empath. So, you know, sprained ankles, that ain't fun. You know, I don't want to go through that anymore. That kind of thing. So I don't know about 5-on-5. I don't know. That might be still a little much. I miss it though. I do. I miss it. I miss it terribly. I miss like really what's funny is I haven't played football in close to 40 years, maybe 37, 38 years. And like every August, I start having football dreams. You know, my body mentally, my body and my mental still start preparing. It's like that part of me has never stopped preparing. Like spiritually and mentally, my body still prepares to play football in the fall. And it's never went away. I always have football dreams. I always have football dreams. August, late August. Oh. Seen old school players put in that work. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Oh, 5-on-5 had to pass. I smoked too much. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'll look because I'm more in control too. I can play 5-on-5 and be in control. You know, I can shoot a lot of jumpers. You know, I can get open easy. So if I can play like that, my knees is better. You know, I bought that double patella thing where, you know, you kind of put the patella brace on top and the bottom. That helps a lot. My right knee, I don't really even need it. My right knee has got better. So, you know, at work, I'm busy. You know, I'm busy at work. Nothing but walking, bending, moving. So, still drop shit. My doctor asked me to balance. Not if I don't practice. It's like, oh, she's like, that's about average. That's normal, ain't it? I'm like, yeah. She's like, balance on your right foot. Is that normal? Yes. The balance on your left foot. But she was really, you know, seeing my face. Again, she's been my doctor for 10 years. And that's a relationship y'all need. You know, you really need that. And I know to push. This is the first time in 2 years she didn't ask me to get the stuff. She didn't ask me about that. I think she was so concerned, but she was concerned about me. They was all concerned about me because really my next move was to go get CAT scan. That was how concerned they were about me. And that's good. To concern, natural concern. That's why I say, when I talk about these histories, I ain't talking about individual people. I'm talking about just the history, but individual people are people, despite some of her agenda stuff, she generally cares about me. And I'm 61. She met me when I was, just turning 50. You understand? They still want to, they want to violate me while I'm asleep. That Ham kind of, Noah. They violated. In the Bible they said that this motherfucker goes to sleep and his ass is showing, and the son is like, well, damn, dad got a fat ass, and violates his dad. Dad wake up. Motherfucker wake up and like, hey, what happened? And the motherfuckers around like, hey. Nowadays it'd be films of that shit. But you imagine that in the Bible and shit, or imagine that nowadays, the son fucks the dad in the ass and the people around filming it and shit. Cause all the people was like, God damn, motherfucker tearing dad up and shit. And motherfuckers filming that shit, and then to be showing it back, that's how it'd be today. Dad got a fat ass. Oh. We need more homemade basket manipulation. Good homemade bids. Thank you, Sean. You got to wear that brace. I don't want to be responsible for you breaking your ankles. I'm going to play 2 under control. And don't let that J work. And United Drills, what's happening? Thank you. Black Trunk, thank you for joining. Don't let me get in shape. I get in basketball shape. I can shoot. I'll play. You see the video of that surgeon putting his dick in a patient's mouth. What? No. Where do you look for something like that for? No, I don't know nothing about that. I mean, what? No, wait a minute. You see the video, that's surgery. Wait. Surgery, he ain't by himself. How did he do that when you got a room full of people? I got to look that up. Okay, when we get done, I'll look that up. How is that possible, though? The nurse didn't object. She had the scalpel, could have stabbed it. Like, put that motherfucker back in. Like, doctor pull his shit out, the nurse would be like, scalpel that, or the forceps and shit. Forcept it. I don't know. We better forcept it. I ain't see that shit. God damn. Why did you see it? I want to know why you saw the shit. I couldn't erase that kind of shit. Like, how you erase that? God damn, PJ. What's your take on the Knicks being in talks with the Jazz? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Like I said, I think that's another Kemba Walker. Same, more athletic, but more athletic. I mean, manipulated shooting just as well, but it's another small dude. Why do you want to bring another small dude in there? It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. The Jazz got rid of the big dude to make this slow. The Jazz have always been pretty much built around him. You saying the Knicks with them 2 first-round picks, or Randall and the first-round pick, the boy out of Duke, you think they're gonna highlight him? Don't see it. No. So I don't know. I don't see it. I think he was being emotional. I mean, like being traded it can be rough on people. Remember, like Rodman, when Rodman went crazy, when he found out that Vinnie Johnson was fucking his wife, that shit made him go crazy. And then the coach quit. Rodman wanted to kill himself. I mean, the same time, Pat Daly quit. Or is it Pat Daly? Daly quit. John Daly, whatever the fuck Daly was. Daly quit. He found out Vinnie Johnson was fucking his wife. Everybody knew. Nobody would tell him. Made him go crazy. One thing about Tony Siragusa, he told, I can't think of this tight end that played with him. He had a wife look like Britney Spears. He told him, quit bringing your wife around here. He's like, don't bring your wife around these people. Don't let these people know your wife, see your wife. Keep your wife personal. Bring her to the games, but don't be fucking bringing her to these events. That's a good point. That's why I used to always like this is some pimp shit. This is where drug dealers didn't really understand. I'll say this. It was a period where dudes, hustlers didn't really understand, especially when cocaine. What they didn't really understand is like, and I guess the movie Fresh showed it a little bit, but I saw it the same way. It was like dudes didn't understand that as the cocaine was coming, and especially when people became smokers, you know, you didn't you had the smokers that was just, you know, the very functional smokers. And again, it's the best pot. And so you didn't a lot of cats that hustle didn't understand the pimp's mentality of being both, you know, and not necessarily using the women for sex, but actually using the women for a different type of control and a different kind of being your eyes and ears out there as well. Because I know personally, a lot of times I would have girls, you know, women working, doing work in different spots that I didn't want to do, or not want to do, but just doing these different spots. And so it wasn't always about the women just being all strung out, chasing everybody. No. A lot of women wanted to work for the best motherfucker, you know, the motherfucker that was really doing the business the best. A lot of women wanted to switch it, you know, slide into them kind of pockets. So it wasn't, you know, a lot of people give you the history. They think the history is about bitches just being strung out and shit. It wasn't always about that. It was bitches getting high, but it was bitches also getting high that had brains, that hustled the shit. They wasn't like they was just one dimensional, just fiend bitches. No, it was bitches like that. But it was also bitches that was hustling the shit too, but getting high. Like even my best friend, motherfucker, always smoked motherfucking weed with cocaine in it. Like I never knew this nigga where he didn't. No, matter of fact, it was fucking crack with weed in it. That's how he liked it. He never not did that. But you know, it's like and like I love this nigga so much. A half ounce was probably 6 something, and I would just front this nigga a half ounce and wouldn't hear from the nigga, you know, and then see the nigga about 3-4 weeks later, and the motherfucker like crying. He would never cry, but I'd go see him like, "What's happening, man? Where, you know, you making money?" Like, man, you know, I just been getting high. That shit was so good, I ain't even do shit. You know, he's honest. I ain't do shit, man. I just fucked it off. You know, me and bitches just fuck it off. And he was my man, you know. Even though it put me back, that was my man. That was just kind of the shit we went up and down. It was all right. I ain't look at him no different than like, okay, I took the hit, but I'm like, okay. You know, you my man, and I understand. You know, just next time we hustle, maybe I'll catch you at a better time when your vibe's a little higher. Let's see. Okay, where am I? Okay. Would you say that basketball is a sport that you can play longer than football? I mean, it would. You say basketball can be played at any age? Yeah. You know, it's a perfect. You know, really, like even my own career, I looked at it. Semi-pro football was bigger. Like when I was still in North Carolina, semi-pro football was still pretty big. I mean, we played one of the high school stadiums in Charlotte, and we were getting like decent crowds of plus 10,000. I mean, we really were. We were getting decent crowds of like 10,000 people. I want to say we were playing in the spring. Yeah, and getting decent crowds. So that was kind of what I was used to, you know, playing up and down the coast like that. When I moved to Michigan, the football wasn't shit. The football just wasn't shit. I had one chance to play football when I went to Michigan because all my trying out for teams across the country, Canada, that was when I lived in North Carolina. Once I moved to Michigan, I tried a little bit. Again, I said I went to the Lions camp for years, you know, knowing I ain't going to make it, knowing I ain't going to get my picture taken, but just going to camp, working out. But basketball became more prevalent. Like soon as I moved there, I like got on 3 or 4 different pro-am leagues that summer. Um, and the basketball thing took off better in Michigan. So you can definitely play. You can play baseball the longest, but you can play basketball definitely longer. Um, really, I played competitively seriously until I was 45. You know, I really did. I quit really playing competitively when my son was in high school. 2008. Well, yeah, about 2009. I quit. When I moved here, I moved here. I was 40. I was 44, 45. So I didn't know as many people. So my first 2 or 3 years here, I was playing. I played the pro am. Um, Playing Mackers, but really wasn't playing like I had played before. So yeah, you can play basketball much longer, no doubt. Man, I ain't trained to look at shit like that. Exactly. That video went viral. He going to jail. Okay, damn. My Knicks are just running through point guards. That's why I say Mitchell ain't the fix. What's that tight end? No, it wasn't Sharp. It wasn't Sharp. Sharp was starting, but if you remember Sharp's first year, the year after they won the Super Bowl, when they drafted a tight end number one, and that eventually Sharp ended up retiring because of that tight end. Not Sharp though. It was the tight end they drafted that year. They was on the HBO special. There's a rumor of Rashard Lewis messing with LeBron's wife. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's the only kind of embarrassment they put out there with him. Could be possible. Could be possible. Um, Is what did I say before though? What did I say before? Being shamed is better than being killed. So if LeBron's wife had to fuck him not to be killed, yeah, that could be. Just like West fucking his mama. There's some ritual in that. So if you kind of understand. Tyler Anderson might make how did Tyler Anderson not make the All-Star team? He got snubbed. I did not see it, but I know the Cubs, what is his name? Leave. The first baseman, he leading the league in hitting. That motherfucker better make the All-Star team. Jumped on me. Yeah, yeah, OTFs. So that was ritual. People don't understand that as well. Hey Reese, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the peace. Thank you. It's so kind. Lewis with Orlando Magic when LeBron first got into the Heat. See, Magic, yeah, could be. But again, shaming is better than dying. You know, shaming is better than dying, and sometimes it's sex shaming. So it's better than dying. Damn, how much for a half a zone? How much for a half a zone? I don't know. We'd have to talk. We'd have to talk. Yeah, but back then, that's what it was. It was 6. It was 6 for a half. And I fronted the shit to him. So it probably was costing me 5, and I was only going to make 100. And really, if he'd have broke it down, he should have made 2,500 off it. And, he only owed me. Well, let me take that back. He should have made 1,500. Yeah, he should have made 1,500 off a half. Yeah, he could cook it up and make about 17, 18, depending. He likes smoking though. So yeah, he could have made. So it should have been easy to. He should have been able to pay me easy and should have made $800 easy. And that's normally what he did. Todd Heap. There we go. Todd Heap. Todd Heap's wife looked like Britney Spears. In that episode, he tells him, "Keep your wife away from these motherfuckers." Todd Heap. Thank you, United Drills. That was him. You remember that about Rashad? Yeah. Again, that's how they do it, especially when they young like that. Yeah, that's the only time they shame LeBron. Exactly, and that's all it was. It's better to do the sex shaming than dying. So, same with his wife, his mama. It's better than her. It's better for her to screw some young motherfucker than to get whacked. So, that's all. Getting snubbed for the All-Star game. Yeah, Anthony Edwards should have made the All-Star game. They act like because he was in the other thing, the three-point or the agility shit. Oh, you sold the zone already hard. I see. Yeah, yeah. No, what I did is I fronted him. You know, I had fronted him. Um, like I said, I had got a big 8, which is 3.5, and I didn't even scramble it. You know, it was just straight. You know, I didn't put nothing on it. I just gave him straight. So you know, I'm giving him a piece. Yeah, half. It was like a piece. You know, it'd be like this. Like you give somebody a piece of powder cocaine, it'd be like this. You know, the ounce would be double this. But a half ounce of, you know, if it was powder cocaine in a hard piece. Now, if we talking about flake, well, flake was, flake is kind of different. The flake shit that's some awesome shit. If y'all ever saw flake, like the key would be, like you can look at the light and it would look like almost a piece of ice. You know, it was just the way the flake was. And then like when you cut the key open, just the layers of the crystals, that shit, woo, that shit, man, that used to be some good shit. Apparently everybody be banging Russell Wilson's wife. Well, I don't know nothing about that. I can't say yay or nay. I know she had motherfuckers in the past. I don't know. Fish scale. Yeah, fish scale. Oh, well, that's how it used to be, you know. Yeah, we had to go to New York. Motherfuckers like hit me up and said they had that Peruvian. Yeah, show me something. Like, y'all got that shit? Shoot to New York from North Carolina. Get that shit. Hmm. Or shoot from Michigan, get that shit. Back in the day. Hmm. I mean, the get over was when, you know, everybody was transitioning to smoking. Motherfuckers had to cook that shit themselves. We was getting over like that. We was really getting over when motherfuckers had to do that because they still buying powder. So technically, if you look at the economics of it, um, it was nothing like you couldn't buy a 20. You understand? You really, as I said, my guy was selling tens of powder packs, but for the most part, you spending 50 or 100. That's pretty much what you were spending on powder. That's why with that show where they was called the 50 and they supposedly just sold 50 rocks, that ain't what really got it started. The really got it started was 20 rocks. That's what got crack started. And I know, you know, in New York they sold it different, but in Michigan, being able to get a 20, that dominated the market. I mean, you could sell a piece. None of this. Oh, this is too much. Huh? No, that's even too much. See, it'd be like 50. Something like this would be 50 of crack. So if you can imagine, a 20 would be, you know, one of these corners or something like that. But it was the standard, if you understand. Like when we would go and do double ups, you know, double ups was you selling 220s for 20. And that was a great way. I mean, that would get so much interest. Really, we would sell out within hours, you know, sell out within hours if you could do double ups. You come in town and you're the only one doing it, and you got a spot and you're the only one doing it, you would go through and it's like buy one, get one free. But that was double ups. Uh, Yeah, we call that scale stuff scammer. That flake stuff hard to find. Yeah, I ain't seen that. Uh, shit. Mm, like 80. No. The first time I saw that shit, yeah, that was like 91, 92. And then 94, 95, I ran across it again. Cat in Detroit had some. Yeah. But yeah, that shit was nice. That shit was real nice. Like that shit was so nice where you would put that shit in the grinder, you would put it in the grinder, you know, you'd have that powder, and then you open up the grinder, and the grinder had like the thing that you know that would push down and you would scrape that shit off. Oh my goodness, that shit was so potent. Whew. Woo, just the stuff you grinding up. What's up, 8? Looking back, what would be the most important thing you would tell your 20-year-old self? Really, like, patience. I think that's I say the two things would be patience and being kind. Because I wasn't a kind young person. I really wasn't. I wasn't kind to women, people in general. I wasn't kind. I wasn't kind at all. As a young man up into my 30s. Now, hooping, that's different. I guess that's different. But just dealing with people, since a very young person, very, very forward with people. And I didn't, like I talk about that Vietnam vet that was my roommate. That nigga didn't pay me. I put that nigga out, and I told that motherfucker, I kept his shit, and I say, you not coming, you not getting your shit till you pay me. Straight up. And he wasn't no fighting nigga. No, this nigga's 35. I'm peak 24 with guns and love to fight. And I put this nigga out. And you know what he told me when he paid me? He's like, you's the hardest young nigga I ever come across. You don't pull any bullshit that make me love you even more. And he paid me. It wasn't no hard feelings, but it's like I took a stand then. Like, I'm not full of bullshit. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I'm not full of bullshit. But that's the thing is I wasn't kind. I really wasn't a kind person. And I think that's one thing I would change. As I said, hooping is a different thing, to put a bunch of dudes in the car to go somewhere. I mean, that's always been me. We go hoop with a group of people and somebody ain't got food and stuff, feeding them stuff. That's just natural shit. I don't know if that's kind. That just comes with it. You go, you hoop, you get a pizza, you hoop, you get burgers, and that's just shit. I don't know if that's kind, but just general dealing with people. I wasn't very kind. I wasn't kind to women. I really wasn't very kind to women at all. And patience. So that's what I would say. Yeah. Now, the things I did good, I always traded gold since back then. That was one of my hobbies. I've always paid attention to that kind of thing. Always went through jury. But that's the two things, is being kind and being patient. I think that's the biggest things. And I have no regrets. I don't live with regrets, but I think that's it. I think that would be it. Wiggins over CP3. I'd rather Wiggins. Remember, CP3 is supposed to have surgery in his finger, but decided to play in the All-Star game. Yeah, I made a video about that. That was bogus. They put him in the All-Star game. That shit was so bogus. Now the drills, the Golden Tate bang Russell Wilson wife first. Percy Harvin blocking Tate's eye. Tate got traded. Wow. I didn't know he hit it too. Okay, you keep up. I just keep gagging just thinking about it. It's like it looks like a hologram. Yes. That Waffle said it. It does. It looks like a hologram. Yes. You are absolutely right. Yes. That Oh fuck. And that movie Black Rain. Now this is the bullshit. The movie Black Rain, they tried to show the trays of ice and they was just copying some Peruvian shit because the Peruvian, it wasn't clear on top. It wouldn't be clear like when they showed that tray of ice, I was clear on top, but when they cracked it open, it looked more, like that Peruvian. But I was saying, I had one of the dudes I went to police academy with he played pro ball in Peru. And he was saying that 8 balls was like $20. So he said all the motherfuckers come down there getting strung out and shit, Supposed to be hooping, they all strung out because 8 balls is $20. And that's a lot of fucking powder, for $20. Damn, he got the boot. When Trump, where did it go? When Trump was going to mention something about the laptop files in one of the debates against Biden, it was going to be about Biden, crackhead son. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that. I wrote that shit down. There was an article on one of the papers or one of the video magazines or the cyber magazines that said that you have moderate crack use, trying to protect Biden's son for his crack use. It was saying that moderate crack use is okay. Remember what I've been saying about functional heroin use in the 60s. When we look at the 90s, it ain't Now I will say this. I did know crackheads that worked every day. Johnny was the exception that quit his job. I work with people that did crack all week, or excuse me, I work with people that did crack every day, but still worked. I did, and they wouldn't do crack at work, smoke cigarettes or whatever. But I knew a number of those people too. You know, I can't say that everybody was dysfunctional crack people. Not all of them. I used to hear rumors about my friends, and they was like, "Oh, he ain't fiending," because I'm like, "So and so fiending." You know, he been calling me. Is he fiending? He's like, "Oh, he all right. He just get high with the ladies." Like he just get high with the ladies. That's still getting high. And I had one dude in the room with people tell motherfuckers he only smoked shit that sizzle. He was talking about fucking crack. And of course, a regular lighter. Imagine this is a regular lighter. This thing's cut off. Not a cigar lighter. And the shit goes like that. And the funny, you hear me say that shit all the time. So I told y'all about Curdy. Curdy wasn't a functional crackhead. Curdy was a straight crackhead. He had a girlfriend though. She worked and shit. I don't know if she gave him crack. I can't tell his business. I don't know. But we was at a picnic, and Curdy's one of the niggas. So he's with us. He's my boy E's neighbor. So Curdy's there. And he was about to light a cigarette, and we lit the cigarette. His flame is like this high. And his woman looked at him and said, "Why you got your lighter so high? Why you got your lighter so high?" And without missing a beat, he said, "When I get my gink on." He was talking about smoking crack. I mean, he told the whole party, and everybody But I thought that was the funniest shit in the world. He's like, "This for when I get my geek on." His woman didn't say shit, and I hit E. I hear when he said that shit. I elbowed E. We both just died laughing when he said that shit. But Curdy is my man. I told you the story before. One thing I always did is I went through shoes. I went through shoes like I do now, and I would line them up in my basement. And like Curdy, I always gave clothes because was always buying clothes. I always been like that. I always had a bunch of clothes, and Curdy was like, I was telling him my size, and Curdy said, "I don't care. If whatever you got, you can spare. Just drop them off at my mama's, and I'll take everything." So if he had to sell it, because I was seeing him wearing some of the stuff, but he was one of the cats that it was all the time. All the time, if he needed clothes, he knew. So if I was seeing him like, "You need anything?" He's like, "Yeah, drop me some more stuff off." I was the first to go get whatever and drop it off. Big Eric, my boy Eric's, it was Little Eric and Big Eric. Big Eric, I've talked about before, just whatever. He quit buying shit. I noticed that because he would come get a couple pair of shoes that I'd never seen buying shoes. But I didn't care, I didn't care. I had original pair of what's the ones with the holograms? I had the original ones. Because I think the diamond toe, the diamond toes came next. But I had the originals with the hologram in the ankles. And I gave it to, I remember the guy I gave it to because he had, what was the story? Maybe ran away foster care. I forget. But my son came to me. He's like, "Dad, he ain't got no shoes." And I was like, "Okay, what size?" And he wore my size. So we took him them. He got those used Jordans. So I've always been like that. Crackhead Chronicles, yeah. Magic Johnson, LeBron. Being that you're old enough to remember the birth of hip hop, what's the biggest difference between today's music and yesterday's based on your personal observation? Excuse me, you're a little too dark to be in here.
How original?
Do you know you're in the wrong people's house?
Establishment?
Yeah, like I don't let jigaboos just come in here.
It's
like let me answer your question though. Yeah. Like it wasn't like that music was so let me see how I want to put it. Is the moon out? Oh, he left. The first person to really use the synthesizer with the mouthpiece, which Roger Troutman made famous, was Herbie Hancock. and then Roger made that. So it's not like that kind of thing hasn't always, you know, later you called it auto-tone, but that's been, auto-tune, that's been around for a long time. I'll say definitely there's not a big push for R&B. That's the biggest thing. And I know you asked about hip-hop, but it never should have been that rap took out Michael Jackson and Prince.
Full moon.
Okay.
Or a couple hours.
Yeah, it's full moon, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the bad. Rap pretty much made them too obsolete. It was almost like rap went to attack them. And I know we can say that pop, Mike played pop, Prince played pop more. They more played R&B. Prince more almost R&B and jazz. As I said, my age was definitely the age where it was the break. When I was 22, 23, that seemed to be the break of, and again, we're talking in like 82. That seemed to be the break where my generation liked rap or didn't like rap. It was really interesting to see because a lot of people just stayed liking funk and R&B. A lot of people did not like rap. Again, being down in Greensboro, hearing King Tim III, hearing Rapper's Delight. But even before Rapper's Delight, Good Times was a monster hit. I loved hip hop from the very beginning. Again, I understood the black the poets that Gil Scott-Heron came from and that kind of style of rap. You even look in, I'll tell you a couple other songs that were rap that George Clinton, Make My Funk to P-Funk, he has a rap in there. I'm the Lollipop Man, the long head sucker. Make my funk to P-Funk. He does a rap. He does a rap. And I don't think he gets credit. Make My Funk to P-Funk, that song. Do you hear? Yeah, maybe that's Hear Any Noise, but he raps in it. The long head sucker. Yeah. But that song, George Clinton raps. You could even say in some instances, James Brown did a kind of rap. Going into Ride the White Horse, that, the type of dance we did the Freak in Michigan. It was called the Alligator. That energy was so raw and so good, so intense. I mean, you really don't understand when you want to ride. You just don't. And on a good system, and you buzzed, and the music's good. You got good drinks. That was a hell of an experience. That music was so kind of fresh. Even after Bambaataa, Planet Rock, when that shit first hit, that shit hit hard, And I'll say like I'll say the West Coast. What got people's attention first of the West Coast type of rap, because it was super fast, almost sped up type of rap when you hear other than Egyptian Lover. But some of the stuff was just the West Coast stuff. But the thing that got the West Coast notice was My Posse on Broadway, because when them 808s, 808 kick drums makes the girlie get dumb, that got the attention of the rest of the world. When he said that, the rest of the world kind of picked up on the West Coast was starting to throw more of the 808s bass. And as you remember, if you look at what the guys Luke did down in Florida, they started highlighting the bass. But that's what, to me, got the West Coast sound in. When the East Coast started putting the bass deeper, the South jumped on a little bit before the East Coast. The South started infusing that 808. But to me, that's the song that to me popularized or made acceptable or took the style of the West Coast type of hip hop, was that, My Posse's on Broadway. I thought, the 808 kick drum makes the girlies get dumb. Yeah. So again, I felt that the hip hop had a higher vibration. And, even though a lot of the conscious music was Pan-African, it was still conscious music. And they did replace conscious music. I mean, you can look up where in 1995, they tell you, like I've said this before, The year before Melly Vanilli, a dude, one of the record promoters and one of the things said the next hot thing, and he described Melly Vanilli. He said the next hot thing for the coming years, and he described him, and that was the next hot thing. So, and I forget the next point I was about to bring afterwards. I forgot. Sorry, but so, but high vibe music. Oh, I was gonna say they put the gangster rap, that took the place of high vibrational music, thug music, whatever you want to call it. But I'll say this, when that shit, I said before, my boys threw a surprise birthday party, and the house was like, it was different houses, different apartments, but it was like a 4-level house, and everybody had like their own level. At every level, the music was pumping through, so it was a party in every level. And every level, the only record we played all night long. I mean, back to back to back was grabbing. I mean, we didn't play any other record. We played that record from probably 10 o'clock to 3 or 4 in the morning. No other record but that record. That's how much that shit was hitting. Well, we just played that shit back to back to back. Oh, my motherfucker. That shit was hot. So, if that answered your question, it's not as high vibrational. Oh, Jigaboo. Okay, here we go. He says he geeked up. What do? He says spaceships. or motherfuckers used to talk about beam me up, Scotty. Nigga hit a good hit and be like, beam me up, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever see that shit. Motherfucker hit the crack pipe and be like, woo, beam me up, Scotty. That shit was funny. The beam me up, Scotty. I wish if we had phones back then when motherfuckers would take a hit and do beam me up, Scotty, that would be funny now. I should make some shit like that. That shit would be funny. When they did that shit, that beam me up Scotty crackhead shit, it was kind of a TikTok crackhead shit. They'd say that shit. That should be funny. All the crackheads bring his payment. Jigaboos. Believe me, I am from the Bay Area. Crack hit us hard. Oakland, for example. Good times. James Brown was definitely the first, yeah. It was as far as rapping and singing, yeah, definitely. I heard a song from Clarence Carter was his rapping. Okay, yeah. You catch it. The Last Poets. That's what I was looking at. The Last Poets was one of the first to really, if you study The Last Poets, where Gil Scott-Heron really took it to the next level, because there was a, like really, if you looked at where The Last Poets came from and where they came out of, it was the beatnik area, which was the pre-hippie kind of thing. I know a lot of people try to say Lenny Bruce bring Richard Pryor comedy. I disagree. I didn't like Lenny Bruce. Lenny Bruce is a non-funny motherfucker that tells the stupidest stories. So what you like Lenny Bruce? However, I only bring that up because poetry became, like, if you ever hear people, they would snap their hands. I can't snap both my hands. I can't consistently snap this one. But, that was the kind of, okay, if you understand, if everybody's clapping like this, snapping their fingers, there becomes the way the poets would snap off some of their poetry would almost be that kind of snapping kind of poetry, if that makes sense, But I say that because The Last Poets, they some of their lines come from that beatnik kind of rhythm, is I guess what I'm getting at. Whereas Gil Scott kind of took it away to modern times, And it's kind of sad that, cats would destroy themselves, And I drink every day. I can't say shit. And I try not to drink every day, take edibles every day. But, the cats that would smoke crack real hard, and it cracked a lot of people. I mean, freebase was even worse. The shit that Richard Pryor was on, Richard Pryor was buying keys and cooking up keys and then smoking that shit. You understand? He would buy a key and then cook up a key. So he'd cook up an ounce or have somebody cook it up, and then they would smoke that ounce. However many days, or he'd get somebody to cook it up for him, get an ounce, go to his room, it'd just be alcohol and ice in his room. That's the only thing he'd ask for, alcohol and ice. And this motherfucker would smoke an ounce up by himself, unless a woman would come, but mostly this nigga would be by himself. Had a big ass mansion bedroom, master suite. And this nigga is sitting in his tub smoking crack. I mean, you know, it's. But that was a way to take away his genius, because that's a psyop. The FBI look at you and know it's a way to take away your genius. You know, and that's what happened. Be able to hear Off the Wall for the first time in '79. What a time to be alive. Yeah, Off the Wall. Actually, the first time I heard it, I was in what's called UNC Greensboro. I used to have a girlfriend over there, and she loved it. So she would just keep playing it over and over again. But yeah, that was the first time I heard Off the Wall. But Thriller, you know, when they played the video, shit was, you know, I've told you guys before, I still haven't figured out how we did this, but we had a dude lived in our same apartment complex that was a homeboy to my ex-wife. You know, she was living with me at the time. And I don't know how he got all these extras. He stole them. I couldn't tell you, but he got all those Michael Jackson sticker books. And we made so much money off them. I mean, it was to the point where it was almost like you thought we were selling dope. Little children, teenagers knocking on the door trying to get them sticker books. I mean, we had them all in the hood. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, we didn't have them every day. I mean, we had so many. We damn near was selling them every day, every other day. And we were going through boxes of this shit. I mean, I had no one lived at one point. It was just me and her. You know, I didn't need a roommate. I was working for the water department, so it was just me and her. I had an extra bedroom, and we had that extra bedroom full of boxes of them Michael Jackson stickers, and we went through all that shit. We made so much money, and it was just the easiest little hustle in the world. But people loved it, and I don't know what generation. I don't know. People loved that kind of thing. They loved those Michael Jackson stickers. Kept pocket change. Yeah, James Brown, the funky drummer. You know, what's her name? It's Just One Thing I got to mention. It's Just One Thing. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I'm a music historian too, and studying music and just studying the people and the personalities from the perspective of you know, looking at, you know, like I talk about Benny Bolton was a dude that gave the inspiration to Louis Armstrong. And this dude would come out and play his horn in New Orleans, in one of the parishes, and, you know, 10, 15,000 people would show up to hear this dude play the horn, and 15,000 people could hear him play his horn without any amplification. This is how bad he was. And you never, it's only one picture I found of Benny Bolton, you know? This is how bad this motherfucker was. He would just go out to the park and start playing. The motherfuckers would fill the park up, hearing this man play. Or he would let him play. It was like one high place in town he would play. He was almost like the Pied Piper. This motherfucker would play, and then he would walk. He would play to where he played. So he'd blow from the high place at first, and then he'd walk to where, you know, where he would go on stage. So, but yeah, I love the funky drummer. Appreciate perspective from OG that lived and seen all the eras. You know, I'm not from New York, you know. But I'm going to say this. Now, I'll say this. We were well into, before hip-hop, we were well into having two turntables and giving parties. We was into that. Hip-hop kind of introduced the blending and the mixing. But even before that, we were blending. You know, that's what I used to get in fights with dudes in North Carolina. Like, you're just talking about, that's just blending. That ain't mixing, because we would have the mixers, and then I would like have the mix. Okay, so I'd have two turntables going, but then I could blend in the tape play. You know, dudes would get mad, like, oh, that's just blended. Like they would have to admit that you could put that shit in. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't put that in. It's like, no, the only way you can do it is with the two turntables. I'm like, wait a minute. What about my reel-to-reel? When I bring my reel-to-reel in, what is that? Well, reel-to-reel is blending too, because, you know, a new reel would go reverse quicker than the cassette. But as I would argue with people, and then I would do it. I'd have the two turntables going, and I'd play them, and then I would slide in the reel-to-reel mix and play the reel-to-reel. And then I would slide in and play the cassette stuff and blend that all together, you know. So we was doing that stuff, you know. Reel-to-reels, I still wouldn't mind having a reel-to-reel. Reel-to-reels, you know, you got masters. But I missed that. Star Trek, yeah. Oh, that shit was so funny. Sir Mix-a-Lot, people think he just Baby Got Back, but Big Record was my posse on Broadway. his guy, he's a teenage lady killer. The teenage lady killer had a pretty nice, I can't think of his name. He's the teenage lady killer. His CD was actually pretty good. Actually, all of them from that group put CDs, but the one dude was the teenage lady killer. I can't think of his name. But actually, I remember having his CD or cassette. His cassette was good. I can't think of his name. He's the one that's dancing. Dropped a 20 and somebody, you know, and I've seen shit like that. You know, motherfuckers be, you know, just and like when Too Short say you go in the club, you know, this pimp shit, you know, that's what I was saying, you know, the Dope Brothers wasn't really strong on the pimp shit. They really wasn't. See, the dope dudes thought the money and the drugs would just keep chicks, but they didn't really understand the whole picture of how the money and the drugs worked. Because a lot of times they would be so caught up in their own, how can I even put this? It's like dudes would be so ego driven and they would look at chicks as just chicks just wanted to get high and shit. But again, there's bad bitches that was dope heads. I mean, bad bitches that had their shit together. And I noticed the niggas that really didn't have a pimp shit and was just straight dope boys didn't really understand how to really get bad bitches just because the bad bitches get high. See, crackheads and them easy bitches is easy. They struggle with getting bad bitches that got high, but just really wasn't strung out. Could buy all the shit they wanted, never, but wanted to be around dope boys. You know, and that's where I saw the difference. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. They didn't understand that, and you see a lot of cats wouldn't understand that kind of dynamic because again, they just, you know, used to easy, and when the game stepped up, it's like, you know, really Scarface seeing Elvira, I think was her name, or Elvira was her name. You know, a lot of dudes wouldn't know how to step up to get, you know, to snatch something like that. They wouldn't know how to be chose. They thought the dope and the money make them chose. But see, when you had the equal ground, you know, where the nigga had, you know, little that pimp ability with the dope, they had the advantage, you know. Because the dope boy just thinking of one way. I think Brother Macbone be breaking that shit down. The dope boy really is just thinking money and easy bitches. That's really how the dope boy's mentality is. And see what he, as I said, when he tried to step up, he couldn't really step up because he didn't understand that these bitches don't really need this shit from you. These bitches just like the life. And so a nigga that's got his game tighter with that life and can bring that life, but open up her horizons even more, had the advantage of getting bad bitches that wanted that life. So I don't think a lot of motherfuckers understood that. Seeing the big picture. I'm a 90s baby, but grew up in the 2000s. Neo Soul was almost untouchable. Music Soul Child, Erykah Badu, Maxwell. Yeah, very high vibrational music. Definitely high vibrational music. Good point about the South was on the 808 before the East. Oh yeah. Yep. East was on that boom bap to the South got popular with the 808s. That's the East got it. Yeah, it was late. South picked up on the way before the East. Well, the Posse on Broadway was what turned people on to that sound. You know, you playing that shit and you got 808s in your car. Damn, that's a lot of crack. Marie, yeah, that's classic. Yeah, the funky drummer. Yep. My nieces are 1 and 3 years old. Oh, I feel sorry for you. 1 and 3. Oh my goodness, they're tearing up everything. 3 years and they was even born. MK is the GOAT. Oh, your nieces know the songs? Okay. My children love, yeah. Oh, how can you not? I'll tell you, people don't understand that album with Break of Dawn. Break of Dawn is probably one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time. I love Butterflies because Break of Dawn and Butterflies, I think, is his best work. I really do. Break of Dawn and Butterflies, I think, if you overall see his full mastery, those 2 songs show it. Those 2 songs show a person that has been in the music industry since he was 4 or 5 that has mastered it. Break of Dawn and Butterflies. And they really, you know, he was kind of, his music was dying when them songs was out. But they are masterful in their production. They're probably some of the best produced songs ever. I would even say that those 2 songs are probably two of the best produced songs ever, bar none. Kid Sensation, that's his name, Kid Sensation. Kid Sensation's cassette was nice. Every song was nice. I had Kid Sensation's cassette. I can't remember any song. Super Slide. Super Slide. You remember the Kid Sensation song? No, I can't. But I remember I liked the CD. I was surprised it didn't go better. I liked it. I played it all the time. So yeah, I like Kid Sensation. I did. I had his CD. He came out with his own joint, maybe a couple joints. But the matter of fact, I think I had two Kid Sensation CDs. Two of them. I think when his second one came out, I think. Because I want to say when that Kid Sensation's second CD or cassette came out, when Hammer was singing that praise shit, I think I bought both. I think I bought the Hammer and I think I bought second Kid Sensation. It was actually, I think, pretty decent. I think. Now I could be wrong about the second one, but I think I did. I like Kid Sensation. Yeah. Thank you, CJ, for bringing that up. Yeah, my Kid Sensation, that's Kitty Lady Killer. We put him in the back. We put him in the hood. We put him with the driver. We made him feel good. Oh, that shit was the shit. Amari, she used the go-go sound on that record. But my favorite rappers used that go-go sound was Kid and Play, Rolling with Kid and Play. Yeah. Yeah. It's another one where they use the horns. Boom, 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 boom. And that goes, yeah, the go-go, yeah. Go-go music. I don't even think people understand that have never experienced go-go music that are at a cabaret. You got Chuck Brown in the cabaret or Trouble Funk. People don't understand how easy that used to be and how often that used to happen with Chuck Brown at your cabaret or Trouble Funk. And especially when Trouble Funk was dropping the bomb, Rare Essence. I mean, you get a couple of them. We give cabarets and have them go-go groups up in there, and it didn't cost us that much. But yeah. And it's like, y'all really don't know. When that go-go hits, when it first hit, it like the Umbrella Club, the Umbrella Academy shows, like when the shift comes in the reality, it shows how the shift goes over everybody. When that go-go, them drums first come up, oh my God, it is just a shift in everybody. I would say like no other music really does, because it's like you literally be just standing there, and even if you ain't dancing, you just there drinking, talking, that shit come in and you just start moving. You hear that shit, you ain't even really dancing, but that shit just like, it just hits everybody. Everybody just starts moving as you around that shit. Nothing like go-go, especially in the 80s when 14th Street, man, picking up them hookers and shit, getting blowjobs in the alley. Oh, shit. Hey, young fella, this much right here. You just get right there. Ooh, yeah, for real? Damn, I want to see what that's like. How much? I want to see what that's like. You say it right there at the stoop? Yeah. Skeet and all that, huh? I think I can relax for that. DJ Magic Mike was a bass guy out of Miami. Okay. I'm about to tear somebody up. Okay. Pull that up on one of those music apps. I know him and Sir Mix-a-Lot was cool. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he had, and I like both of them. I remember the first one particularly I liked. I remember Kid Sensation came out. His other guy came out. What was the other one? Another kind of chubby dude came out around them too. His was decent. I mean, they had good producers. Maybe Sly would know who produced all them, but it was actually, all of them were pretty good. So even before, Baby Got Back, but he started as one of them fast talking, where it sounded like, the Mickey Mouse voice was on. O-Block. In O-Block, you talking about a part of Chicago? Is that what you talking about? Part of Chicago? No, I ain't hung out like that in Chicago. No. I ain't move around like that. My cousin lived on the south side, and I learned how to move around Chicago in silence. Ain't no hanging out. No hanging out. Now, places to eat, yes. Going to clubs, yes. But just hanging out, hell no. Not in Chicago. Fuck no. No. never, 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 never. Ain't hanging out like that. Nah, that wasn't. That's for suckers. That's for niggas got to be out there. Motherfuckers ain't got to be out there. We ain't out there. As I said before, like I licked Chicago because Chicago was really slow to get on crack. They really were. And my cousin plugged the dude into me, and you know I had a little bit of Chicago for a minute. I had a nice little dude. Dude was shit, getting halves like consistently, and paying the price. Again, it's Chicago is coming from Lake Michigan, getting their shit. You know, they're not getting the shit like we getting straight from New York. You know, so they was loving that. You know, because we was getting that shit from New York, and it was better out of New York. And so I had a nice little foothold in Chicago, but hanging like going to games, yes, going to see the Bulls play afterward, going to the clubs and did all that. But just to be out in the hood, fuck no. Like where was the fuck Harold's Chicken? Harold's Chicken is not far from that shit. One of them is not far from that area. But you know, you get a room in Chicago, they'll damn near bring you food from anywhere in Chicago. You get a room downtown, they'll bring food from shit far over. But nah, never, never hanging out in Chicago like that. Never, nigga. We had money. I had money. Hey, Key, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Oh, I can't forget about that song that had the go-go song, EU doing the butt. My ex used to say doing the butt. That's what she thought they were saying. Thank you for joining me. They hailed out of Washington State too. Only unknown rapper out of there is Macklemore. Oh, okay. Yep, that's that. Yep, that's right. That's right. So, you know, just the old fun and experiences. Some of the same things transform into now, you know. We all have our different kind of addictions and stuff. I have addiction of buying clothes, buying jewelry. I have an addiction, all kind of addictions. Be it asked where the weed at? Be it asked where the weed at? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh definitely. Like we used to talk about, like in high school, motherfuckers. We called it literature books. Like if you wanted, how did I do it? If you wanted literature, it was joints. But if you wanted bags, you had to say books, how many books you wanted. So I had it where if they said literature, you know, because I never stopped selling weed in school. Never. From high school, 10th, 11th, 12th, I always sold weed. Yeah. I mean, it was back where you still smoking weed in the bathroom. I remember one time somebody spiked a joint and it had some angel dust in it. And the motherfucker lit it and I smelled that shit. I'm like, I ain't hitting that shit. And I watched the first 3 people hit it, and one dude fell back against the wall, one dude threw up, the other dude fell on his knees. So I don't know what that shit was, but I ain't fuck with that shit. But I smelled it, and I was like, chemical smell. I was like, ooh. And I just watched them, and motherfuckers still steadily wanted to hit that shit. That shit is funny. That shit was funny. But I only smoked angel dust a couple times. So can't say, you know, I've watched people go crazy on angel dust though. I'll say that. I will say that. Angel dust would make people act irrational. It would literally, I'll say this. Angel dust would almost make you be a zombie mind, not in the aspect of wanting to eat people, but in the aspect of total irrationality. It would make you totally irrational. I don't even know how to explain it. And it got so bad in DC, they was, you know, when Angel Dust hit DC, where they call it Whack and Love, do you know the numbers of people that they was putting in the crazy houses smoking that shit? I mean, it was, I'm really now thinking about how zombie minded. I really never thought about it. It gave niggas zombie mind. I mean, like niggas really had to be straitjacketed and just screaming, and I don't know. I had never thought about a zombie mind, but that pretty much is it. It gave niggas zombie mind. Like niggas, if niggas was smoking that shit every day, they would eventually flip out and have a zombie. The dudes who did it that often. And they had the thing where you do it one time, they'll sedate you, let you stay, but it like you did it twice. They was keeping dudes back, in the state was almost like, state hospitals was almost like jail in some regards, where if they thought you was mentally unstable, they could keep you up in that motherfucker and make you, make you keep having to be shot up with dope, keep giving you, medication, force you to take medication, keep you doped up. Yeah. So it was like, motherfucker, second time, they was locking you up for like 60 days. 60 days, state hospital, mental. So that kind of tempered it. But because I remember my brother-in-law was young. He was staying with his sister, and it happened to him a second time. And they got him out. They sent him back to North Carolina, but they was about to lock him up for a minute, mental, going off. That shit would make you just go crazy. When he went crazy, he was young. He was like 17, 18. And just country nigga trying to be with these city dudes and smoke that shit. Shit made him go crazy. Oh yeah, I got wax in my refrigerator. I broke my favorite little bong, but I still got my water. I'll do a hit of my big water. It's just so I hate moving this shit. It's just, but yeah. But I broke my little bong. I need to go get I need to order another. I need to get another glass for my unicorn. And I just haven't done it. But I like edibles. I like not to smoke, and I like smoking every once in a while. Edibles, I can keep it going longer. I ain't got to keep smoking. So yeah, I do. I'll fuck with him. Yeah. Your son was making excuse after excuse. Probably getting in that. Oh, Key. He gave me so much shit. He was selling so many wolf tickets on the way home. So many. How he was going to destroy me because he been hooping. And I confidently told him, you ain't there yet, son. I'm gonna get my 27-year-old son to play. I'll beat him too. Especially if I start playing. He ain't playing like I play it. And if I can shoot, I'll beat him. He'll get mad. He'll definitely get mad. Bird flew over the cuckoo's nest. Showed you that? Yeah, kind of did. They got rid of them. Them places don't exist in the birds. Yeah, James, they don't exist. Shock treatment. Yeah. 8 foot. You need some of that THC fruit punch I get from Vegas. Yes, I do. How did you know? Definitely. But as I say, the good shit starts coming. They explained it to me. And the good shit, like I say, we are almost doubling the THC. So shit like this is mainly, what they changed is mainly everything is going to be gummies, but higher THC. So, but yeah, I'm open to that. I'm open to that too. And I can go to South Dakota, I've even been thinking of taking a day trip to Denver to go see Crazy Sarge. So, and it's all legal there too. So I'm thinking about that even because it's Crazy Sarge about 10 hours for me. But South Dakota is only about 4, and it's legal over there. I don't know if I don't think I just got to go to the reservation. I needed to. It was with the smoke and the edibles. Okay, that shit hits with the smoke and the edibles. Oh yeah, I do both. I'll be like I meant to do enough because I took the last edible at 10. So I'm getting ready. Now this is how trifling this is, my son. I'm getting ready because I was talking to my friend, and I was like, I gotta go. I'm about to set up. So this nigga comes in the kitchen and starts making tacos. I'm like, damn, my shit don't smell like tacos and shit, but I had the munchies, so that's why I came on to 12:30 instead of 12, because he started cooking. And made is like, hey, I think I'm gonna have some of this shit too, because I ain't really eating nothing after work. So, but I had their beer. This beer is really good. This beer is really, really. I love reds. They don't make this kind of beer anymore. So, opportunity to get a good Irish red. But yeah, that's what I should have done before I came on tonight. Because I'm looking at my eyes. My eyes ain't red no more. Well, maybe they are. But But I'm gonna work tomorrow. They told me I ain't even had to come in. I'm like, fuck that. My check today was nice. So I'm like, shit, I'm getting another one of them. I think I'm even gonna work days Saturday. I'm gonna work a few hours Saturday. I come in, whatever, whatever. I'm up in this bitch. So I enjoy working. I enjoy what I do. I can wear jewelry. I look like this. I can dress like this. I don't stink when I leave. Oh, and the young girl that plays hockey, I mean, she is so fit. She plays hockey every day before 2-3 hours of hockey a day. She said she's gonna play. As I said, she's gonna play hockey, go to school, and still work. So I'm gonna go see. I'll probably go see when they play Prior Lake here at the reservation, and then go to where she said they play. She told me where they. Oh yeah, she told me. Yeah, I know where they play their home games. So I'll probably see a couple of her games. But it's just amazing, great shape, and she has a twin sister. It's hard to imagine. So yeah, and then high school games. Got the young man that I'm going to destroy. I'm going to watch his high school games too, but I'm going to destroy him first, and he'll probably not want to play after I destroy him. But I'm going to destroy him. He called me and talked shit, and I can't have that. He is not going to beat me. He only 6'2". He is not going to have a chance. And I get the ball first, make it take it. So, and if I get to play a little bit, I don't miss it. So I'll put it on his young ass. And I'm gonna show it on videotape. Me and my son are gonna do in the gym, which I can shoot jumpers in the gym. And I got 2 challengers on the stroll here. I'm not you suckers don't get that work. I might have to take that long trip to Cali and take that trip to Texas and do the videos of me destroying these young men. So we got to put some kind of wager. It's going to be something up where, that shows you. And so I might have a tour. Just like the Macker had a tour, I'm going to have the old man whooping ass tour. Hey, there's this old man that's turning them all out. And you know how it all end up. I beat 3 or 4 people, and then the one person that just stomps me in the ground. Then I would watch him warm up and refuse to play. Like, I don't think this is my day. We're going to postpone it. I'm having a problem. Well, oh, you need me? Yeah. It's just all fun, guys. It's all fun. I love it. I have to make it to Minnesota one of these days to kick it with you and hoop. I got to get in shape. Man, come where we go to games. Come where you can go to a hockey game. Good. You would be like super hyped. We have so much fun at the hockey games. I mean, we go to football games and we have fun, but we go crazy at the hockey game. I'm telling you, hockey is funner than the motherfucker. Motherfuckers be in that shit. Football is fun too. Timberwolves is the most laid back. Motherfuckers ain't really hyped in there for the Timberwolves. But the football is better, but the hockey is nothing like it. You got to watch hockey here. Motherfuckers love that shit. I think we're going to opening, I think the 11th, so I don't know if that's opening day, I think. Because my son said where we were trying to get the seats was like 2 something. So he got to get back at me because he said he was going to pay, but with his woman and he pay me, that'd be $600. So I'm like, nah, nigga, I'll pay my own ticket. You got to pay you and your woman. So yeah, I think that's what we working out. But they just get too drunk. Oh, goddamn. Them young motherfuckers get too goddamn drunk. And we spend too much money. Watching pro sports is a money spending motherfucker. That shit ain't cheap to watch that shit and eat. That's why getting like courtside seats and being able to sit on the floor is the coolest shit there, though. You get the gourmet food. You don't get the food where, the concessions. Hell no. When you sit there at the Target Center, like where the Timberwolves come out, where the visiting teams, it's gourmet. And you got to be on the floor. You got to have a certain ticket to get that shit. And that's the thing. Now, me and my man, you ain't got a lot of room when you get this big-ass plate. Yeah, my best friend was sitting there, but that food is good. You get good food when you get them kind of tickets. You don't get the shit to be upstairs. And it's good. The Target food got good food. The baseball games is cool, too. It's a lazy afternoon. I'll probably do a video my daughter to go to a baseball game with me. Tickets ain't as bad either. And I think you can walk up and get tickets in baseball. Yeah. Basketball, you can't walk up and get tickets. If you ain't got your tickets before the basketball game, you out. You can't get tickets, I think. But most of the tickets is on your phone, anyway. So I was trying to think, can you buy tickets? Yeah, I don't think so. I think all the tickets is online now. I think baseball is the only sport that you can walk up to a booth and still get a ticket. Now, if you got roll call, that's a difference. But yeah, I don't think other than roll call, then the only tickets, I think that you can get in a football game is roll call tickets. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm gonna see at least one game. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun up here. The games is fun. Even going to see the Gophers, go to see Gopher hockey. Yeah, and like there's no fighting really in college hockey. There ain't no fighting. That's why fighting be the bullshit. Ain't no levels. No. So that's gonna be a fun next year is gonna be really fun. This year, next year. Enjoy this summer. Children getting a year older. Not kids, children. Because kid is animal. You giving you giving your children over to the goat lovers, and that's how the energy works. And they've got everyone brainwashed to thinking that giving their children over to the goat. And it's a hard cycle to break. That kind of thinking is hard. Thinking just kids. It takes the humanism away from your children. Children is a human word. Kids is for the goat. You worshiping the goat. You giving your children to the goat when you refer to that. But yeah, I'm going to at least one I know of. I'm going to at least one Viking game, maybe a couple more. Maybe a couple more, As I say, if I go to games, it's going to cost at least $400 for 2 games, to get decent seats. Like 175 is, so to get decent seats. So yeah, I'm probably last year was the first year I didn't go to the not the Vikings. That I didn't see the Timberwolves. It was the first year, maybe the COVID year, last couple of years, first year I really didn't go see the Timberwolves. I always go to, I always see at least 10 home games usually. And then Lynx, from my past history of my cousin coaching, I always would see 4 or 5 Lynx games. So last few years, of course, things have been so different. I tell you another thing is, I wore earlier my St. Paul Saints jersey. That's another thing. And their game's starting to be on TV. They're technically they're not minor league. At times they've been affiliated, but they're that other league, so they're really non-affiliated with the major league, but a pro like AAA though level. Because remember when Darryl Strawberry made his comeback and got he got to play with the Twins. Didn't he play that second World Series? Wasn't Darryl Strawberry on the team? He started back with the St. Paul Saints. So those games are really fun too, and good food. The Saints over in St. Paul, beautiful ballpark, cheap tickets. Yeah. So when people say this is a flyby state, I mean it's shit here to do. It's shit here to do. Other than they closed the bars down at 2 a.m. That's the only lame shit we got here. There's plenty of them, but they all closed at 2. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how the season go. But at least one or two. It's just so expensive. It is. It is really expensive to go see the pro football games. Baseball's not bad. Shit, you can spend, if I took my daughter, parking, decent seats, I could probably get away whole day being less than 100. She ain't gonna eat a hell of a lot. So Especially it used to be, I don't know, I ain't been seeing the ads for Dollar Wednesdays where you get the dollar hot dogs and the $2 beers. I ain't seen that this year. Maybe they don't do that shit no more. Well, I do have to go to work. I've been going 2 hours, so I usually try to make my Mondays be a little longer. Let me see if I touched on everything because I did have some other points. Let me see if I brought them up. Oh yeah. Okay. I did want to say this. So this is telling when people you can't really release Biden from this, but I did write some things down. So what they put out today was the consumer price surge. They put out the consumer price surge. Gas is up 59%. Electricity is up 13.7%. Utilities is up damn near 40%. And then the biggest one is fuel oil. And fuel oil, Brother Nick was talking about, fuel oil is up almost 100% in increase. If you use oil to cook your food and more importantly, heat your house, like if you got a tank, you are paying 100% more. And up here, it's a lot of people that got to get their tanks filled. And so if it took, just think about it like this, for 4 months, if it takes $1,000 in 4 months, just giving a number, you paying $2,000. And so yeah. And I don't know. My family won't really come through for me when I need them to. I went to my mother tonight. I saw I was having a problem. And so I asked her. And so I told her to get a pencil and a paper. And I said, write this down. And I gave her the following letters. RIPPLE. And then followed by 1 liter. And she's like, do you spell the liter or do you do it with, suffix? Like a goddamn liter is a liter. It don't matter how you do it. If you write it out, you use the suffix, it's still a liter. I didn't understand that. She's making me frustrated. And she said, okay. I said, so call DoorDash, order me a liter of Ripple. She didn't do it. I still have no Ripple at my door. So can't count on people when you need a bottle of Ripple. I don't ask my mother ever for a bottle of Ripple, like never. And I needed a bottle of Ripple tonight to just mellow me out. Sometimes you just need a bottle of cheap wine to mellow you out. So she didn't produce. What my man said, that's some spooky shit. Let me just give you, that's some spooky shit. It's kind of funny. What Super Sly said, don't be like Theo. It's funny as fuck. What's the other one? The Wendy's commercial. You've been working out. You got it. You've been working out. You've been working out. You got it. Little clever little things. That shit Sly said though. Don't be like Theo. That shit's funny as fuck. Oh, see, I give it to everybody else. Motherfuckers say funny shit. I give it to them. I don't be hating. I love clever people. Now I listen to everybody. Went to work and left my earbuds. I planned on going through all of Nick's videos because he was doing 6-minute videos, and didn't take my earbuds. So that was a bummer today. Didn't have the earbuds. That's okay. My mind works. Tobacco has the effect. Well, that was all the little lines I had. So I just want you guys to rest well. Know that your rest should not be bothered, interfered. So rest well. Those of you working, may you be safe. May you travel home safely. And remember, as you look at love, love just is. It's no description. It just is. It's there. It ain't. That's the special about being human that they don't talk about is we love. And you know, you see animal love. You know? So love just is, can't be defined. Mora comes from the Time Walking Papers. It all starts with a gentle sadness. They came from their original homeland. They knew that they had exact numbers of years and days before they would die off the earth as a culture and a lifestyle. But the civilization would build to a gentle love. They lived in the Creator's day and knew how to separate cycles in the great circle. And remember to always be like with the eyes of Lower Marsh, where you can zar into somebody and see their side of the story. And as the Mayan would say to their brothers, I am another yourself. And to end it, as Lazarus Long would say, the days are long, but the years are short. Well, y'all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for making this channel possible. Thank you for giving me the comments and the input. I appreciate it. So this has been the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am your super funky host, Big Pontiac. Till we meet again, say less. Oh. Did y'all see the little girl that wanted to fight that said say less? Oh, that shit was funny that Slide did on the TikTok. The mama said, yeah, I need you to fight. The little girl said, say less. That shit was cool. Oh, did y'all check that shit out? The little girl was like, mom was like, hey, I'm going to fight the mama. You need to fight her daughter. The little girl said, say less. It jumped up. It's like, that is golden. So, say less.